3 is such a tricky number against this deck.
So yeah, we just open and hope for no fervor.
Please don't have it. No face. No face. Do not have top decked me like that. But yeah, we're recording Create a Replica. Ooh,
There we go.
boy! There we go. Hey, what's a misplay? It don't matter. How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Optima, back with a brand new episode of Create or Replicate, and I do apologize for kind of the hiatus this series went on. I was playing in a few tournaments, so then this is a Saturday upload series, and I just hadn't been able to bulk record in the way that I kind of thought I was going to be able to. So just real life got in the way. I was also committing to some other things and also have been working on some things behind the scenes, so I just wasn't able to get around to getting this series out there for you guys, but I plan on being more consistent moving forward, especially because one of my favorite things in Legends of Runeterra is just having fun and building these decks, so I definitely want to continue to bring you guys this series, so expect a lot more of it moving forward, and as always, thank you guys for tuning in into today's episode of Create or Replicate. If you enjoyed today's video, as always, leaving a like, throwing any support by leaving a comment, and also getting subscribed up if you are new to this channel all helps a lot, so I would really appreciate that. Today we have one of my really good buddies in the community. We've been able to foster quite an awesome relationship at this point. That's going to be none other than Silverhawk. How's it going, man? What are you up to today?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Can't complain. Business as usual.
Heck yeah, man. And once again, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us here on Create or Replicate. And there's pretty much no better candidate for this series than someone like Silverhawk. He's known for kind of doing his own thing when it comes to Legends of Runeterra, having fun, still being a good player, and all that stuff. So yeah, this was you were someone who I had my eye on for this series for a while. So thank you again, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of my ideas that isn't just completely crackhead. So
That is the type of stuff that I love to hear. And what's up, Mad Wills? Thanks for dropping in, man. How's your day going? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, we do have some Overwhelm, and I feel like most people who are playing in the meta right now do know that Overwhelm isn't obviously like kind of taking the meta over, but it is an okay kind of concept to kind of work with right now, as two of the most notorious decks in TLC and Thresh Nasus don't necessarily have the best matchup going into Overwhelm. So yeah, it's something you could have a little bit of fun of. What was that kind of your idea when you got into this idea when you brought it about?
yeah, I mean, I think most of the idea here was I was frustrated with Thresh Nasus. Thresh Nasus units have 0 health whatsoever. So something like Overwhelm, makes it so, okay, well, if you have a 1 HP unit, whatever, I'm still going to smack you in the face anyway. And specifically, because there is that Sejuani and Renekton list out there, but that doesn't, in my opinion, stop a Nasus, right? And this deck has kind of been designed for around turn 6 OTK. So when they drop that Nasus, they drop that Thresh, that big mana play. It doesn't really matter because then you just decisive maneuver it away, and that should be game.
Heck yeah. I think Decisive Maneuver is a card I've actually really had my eye on wanting to experiment with it more, because I think it's one of the better cards in the game. Not enough people play this card. But obviously, it's only really good with Overwhelm now. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I have a couple other texts in here from here and there. Sharpen Resolve specifically is one that's supposed to deal with TLC, because it's like one of the only lists that's really running that removal. Um, so you can hard punish a play that's like a Vile Feast or something like that, where they're just trying to save some mana, not playing hard removal on it. And Ice Shard, is some additional um, Nasus protection. So plus, honestly, Ice Shard's been really nice just in terms of doing extra damage. Like, you'd be surprised with a big board how much more it can do.
No, yeah, I think Ice Shard is also a really good card that I wanted to kind of mess around with a little bit more. Just kind of hadn't got around to it because I'm a huge fan, and it was part of the reason why with the recent Zillion reveal, why I was so hyped for it. I'm such a huge fan of cards that are dealing one damage to all of your opponent's units. I think those are really strong cards right now. And yeah, Ice Shard. Obviously, generally only see it with Lysandra. TLC, but definitely a card that I think has some versatility to it. You can use it in other lists as well. The other thing I wanted to just say, because you did bring up Sharpened Resolve, I did notice that because I kind of stole. Who is it? Not Riot Ribbonzoo. It's the other one. His name's eluding me, but he got into Masters and High Masters with a Spiders list that he kind of teched in Sharpened Resolve, and this actually felt really good in Spiders. So once again, I think this is also a card that can see a little bit more play as a tech option that I almost pretty much never see people use, at least my opponents. So yeah, I like the idea there, especially with, like you said, all the removal with a TLC kind of allows you to tech right above them being able to get you with like their blighted ravines and their avalanches. So I like that.
Exactly.
What is the thought process without having a sixth champion? How'd you come to that conclusion?
Um, Honestly, for me, it was mostly I didn't really want to draw more than one Darius. This isn't really that kind of list where you want those decimates, and Darius kind of felt like a dead card a lot of the time if you didn't draw him later in the game. Um, because basically how this deck works is, I guess it can be described more as like a either like a tempo-y kind of list or
Yeah,
a like aggressive combo, where you kind of want to put your foot down on the gas and just never let your opponent, get back into it. Um, and having an early Darius doesn't really help with that, and especially having two Darius doesn't help with that at all. Sejuani specifically, if you have more than one Sejuani in hand, you get access to Fury of the North, which is, still a good card. You can still
amazing.
use it,
Yeah.
whereas Decimate doesn't do that much for you in this kind of list.
Yeah, that's very fair. And you didn't think that teching in any other champion made much sense, especially yeah, since it's mainly Overwhelm, and yeah, kind of makes sense there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I completely get that. Thank you for explaining that because I feel like most people will always almost feel like they have to throw in that six amount of champions because like my champions is generally my best card, so they generally force themselves to do that. So I love seeing you understanding that that wouldn't be in the best interest of your deck, but obviously you would with how many decks you build on a daily basis. So no surprise there. And
I
just
do not have a problem.
yeah, exactly. And really quickly, what is your question, Heliowisk? If you want to shoot your question out, for sure, throw me the question since it's mad important. I do not mind. And yeah, I agree. Mad Will's decisive maneuver, really underrated trick that pretty much no one's really using. I can't remember the last time I actually ran into it. Maybe like early this meta. And you're right. It was Riot Umbridge who was the one who got to high masters with the spiders list. So yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck, you guys. As you guys can see, finish if you get to the late game. Finish things off with either Battle Fury or Captain Farron. You got the Ancient Yetis to have those like eventually cheap, pretty solid Overwhelm units. You got Sejuani, you got Darius, you got Alpha Wildcat. I honestly really like this card. Some Wolf Rider, just a ton of Overwhelm is just chilling in this deck list, and then just some early damage to get off in the early game with some pretty solid units that you guys very much so should be familiar with in Noxus. And then Trollchan is so good. I need to stop team building these Freljord lists, and I don't run Trollchan. It's just such a good card. So, but yeah. Anyways, that's going to be the deck list, guys. Let's just hop into some games so that we don't take too much of your time just talking about the deck. Let's get into some games. I am now at the bottom of Diamond, so my apologies
I
there,
don't have to
guys.
worry about you running into a bad win streak and tanking your rank then.
Yeah, which is good, but at the same time, like who cares about the rank right now at the end of the season? It's not that important. But either way, we're gonna get an opponent who is using spiders, so quite the interesting list. We should probably want Ice Shard in this
You
one.
can keep Ballista. Everything else you don't want.
Yeah. Alright, so no Ice
It's
Shard,
not
which
too
is
bad.
fine. So yeah, Spiders should be an interesting matchup, but as long as I feel like we get especially if we just get one ice shard off in a good position. I think this should be a near. There we go. This should be a near auto win, I would say, if we use this correctly.
Very true. Yep. I'd wait.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Probably.
I should have waited. Yeah, I should.
I'd probably wait and see if they develop another unit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how much I really would want to block with the Ruthless Raider in this situation.
Yeah, I didn't even plan on blocking, so that made no sense. I got a little over eager there. Yep. And then this would have been perfect. Yep, not wise, not wise, but it's okay. It's okay. You live and you learn. I got a little excited. So how much damage is that? That's already 11.
Yeah, you absolutely have to block that. The good news is they have nothing that can kill. What do you call it? Ballista.
Yeah.
At least on the board right now. So this should be a relatively free smack in the face. If they're smart, they should take this smack in the face anyway, but, you know.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I got a little excited there, you guys. It's been a while. What it do? What's up, Unhinged? Thanks for dropping by. How's your day going? I saw that you were going to go live soon, so I hope your stream goes well. And I'll try to stop by if I finish and you're still on. You're right, it's not important. That's why I'm playing Yasuo. Heck yeah. Play Yasuo to your heart's content. Oh, I can probably Ice Shard and then Troll Chant to stop that, maybe? Nah, yeah, maybe.
It's a good Ice Shard, yeah. If they develop, I'd probably play Demolitionist.
Oh, okay. So demolitionist into Ice Shard.
Yeah, I think I still would.
Yeah.
Still slightly awkward.
Yeah, it's still pretty awkward.
Okay, use that Ice Shard now.
Yeah.
Because it does save 1 HP.
Oh yeah, from that. Yep. Very good thing to note there. Is that we are saving 1 HP, and sometimes it may not seem like it, but in every game, every little bit is very meaningful, so I think we do that right.
I'd rather do the Skitterer, honestly, just in case they have a, they draw a way to copy it.
Oh, that's
I know
so smart,
some of them are running...
As soon as you said that, that's exactly where my thought process went, but yeah, that's really smart, I agree.
I don't know if that's the normal deck, but I know some decks do that. I think you're fine just to open attack here, because I don't think you want to attack as a Wolf Rider.
Agreed. Okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I'll take the trade. Okay.
So they are super bricked. We have control tools. We're sitting in a good position.
Yep. I'm loving the Jimi Hendrix look. Thank you. Okay, so we got this bad boy here. That's not ideal. We pretty much have to Wolf Rider, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if they draw the nut hand, there's not that much we can do about that.
Yeah, after I made that early mistake. Correct. But hopefully not.
Yeah, you're good to play Ballista.
Yeah.
Probably another Doom Beast is my guess. You can hover over it, see if it was, Stalking Shadows.
Yep. Wait, what did you mean by the hover over it?
I guess you can't do that on the, when it's the enemy's card. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? I've been able to know if that was from a Stalking Shadows and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Like, I know the actual ephemeral unit, but yeah. I think we just troll, right? Troll chant? Yeah.
We're gonna troll chant. We don't really want to take the extra damage from the Ice Shard at this point.
Oh, wow, okay. That was a pretty high rolly hand he got there.
See, now I think we do Ice Shard.
Yeah, because then we get rid of both of those. He doesn't attack with that, and then, yeah, we can easily block both of those. Yeah.
If we're low. We're very low. That early misplay did hurt a lot.
Yeah, no, that early misplay hurt a ton, but thankfully...
They do have a solid hand.
Yeah. Thankfully, you live and you learn. Yeah, we pretty much have to. So hopefully we could get a unit here. Don't really like Sejuani into nothing. Okay, that's one of the worst.
You could probably just open pass, I guess.
Yeah, at least see if he develops. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You do. I think you do want to kill that actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Stop the fervor target.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should be kicking themselves over playing that unit there. There was literally no reason.
Thank you guys for stopping by. We're actually recording an episode of Create or Replicate, a series on my channel.
Awesome. Darius into Decisive should win. As long as they don't draw something.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't draw the face. 3 is such a tricky number against this deck.
So yeah, we just open and hope for no fervor.
Please don't have it. No face. No face. Do not have top decked me like that. But yeah, we're recording Create or Replicate. Ooh,
There
boy!
we go.
There we go. Hey, what's a misplay? It don't matter. But yeah, this is Create or Replicate, a series on my channel where we just try to have fun, use kind of some generally different ideas. It doesn't always have to be that, but that is kind of the purpose, because I would say personally I have the most fun when I'm using things that aren't typical, because most of the best decks are pretty kind of they lack a little bit of spice to them. Most of them do. We've had some spicy best decks, but not a ton. So this is a series meant to just have fun, chill back, and also have a guest. And the boy Silverhawk is here bringing us the best of spice we could have asked for with some awesome Overwhelm. So let's hop into another game. Let's continue to showcase this deck. Depending on the length of this may be the end of the video, but we'll just have to see how long this game is. But yeah, it's just meant to be a little short and sweet. But yeah, thankfully that misplay I made at the beginning of that game, where we could have had a very nice Ice Shard play, did not cost us that game. Our opponent could have top decked Fever Face, but thankfully they didn't.
So freeze reel is actually not good, like at all. It's super rough because this deck does not like frostbites.
Okay.
Yeah, get rid of the Sedge and Decisive. So that's kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. We have the hyper early game hand.
Which one do you
usually rear guard here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Means that if they have thermo, they don't just ruin our day.
That's a good idea. I wasn't even fully thinking of thermo.
Yeah, freeze reel. As an Overwhelm player, I hate freeze reel decks.
Yeah, I am honestly not a fan
You can
of this
develop
deck.
both of them.
Oh
Both
yeah,
the
that's fair.
the 1-drops.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of, of this deck. More so because of Ezreal. Ezreal, I don't know why, when I play him, he feels so insignificant, but every time my opponent plays him, they always have the best hand possible to just get maximum return off of him. Because I think he's honestly a pretty tricky card to kind of navigate with, but yeah.
This is an open here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you got? Oh, he had to use a harsh winds. That hurts.
So they seem kind of bricked.
Yeah, they must have bricked hard.
So that's good.
Yeah, we may be getting a third game, y'all. Do I care to do this right now?
Yeah, we're good to Ruthless.
Okay.
They don't run AoE removal in this deck, so
Okay, yeah.
Ballista is perfect top deck.
Yeah. To still have Troll Chant mana.
Oh look, it's another open attack. Oh, it'd be so funny if we got to be in a place where Ice Shard killed them, but I don't think so.
That would be an hilarious way to win. I like anything Ezreal, to be honest. Mad Wolves, you like some interesting decks, I will say, man. I think I troll this one, keep this alive.
Yeah, save the Ruthless.
Yeah.
5 isn't bad.
Yeah, 5 isn't bad at all.
I think we should win this game relatively easily.
Yeah, he just had way too bad of an open hand. This is a
Yeah,
cool deck.
definitely Yeti here.
Yeah.
And then, just keep that the foot on the throat, as they say.
Interesting.
Honestly,
Sure,
yeah, I guess, yeah, you should drop Sedge here. Just the idea is go super wide, and
Yeah, and just win.
they can't freeze everything.
Yeah, I was just like seeing what else they did first, but yeah, I knew you had to do
yeah.
something.
This should be an open attack win,
Yes, sir.
especially with double ice shard.
Yes, sir. What do you got? You got another harsh winds? What do you got? I don't think that even
Harsh winds
save
doesn't
him.
even do
Yeah, I
anything.
was gonna say that. I wouldn't even save him. Okay. Flash freeze.
No, we have mushrooms in our deck.
It's
What's health looking like?
it's over.
Oh wait, he's
Yeah.
I get so nervous if I don't use the
The eye.
Oracle's eye. I just need the game to tell me that I win.
Some people go so overboard. I literally watch some people streaming and they just literally have to do it like 8 times and it drives me nuts.
Oh, that's me.
That drives me nuts. I'm like, oh, basic math, sir. Like sometimes you do not need to look at it that many times.
Okay, but if I'm relying on myself for math, that means that if I do the math wrong, I get to be mad at myself. Whereas if
True,
the game
true.
does the math wrong, then I call Riot and go, hey.
You got freaking one of the devs' personal phone number, like, hey, what's going on here? Alright, well,
Umbridge, what's going on?
right? Alright, well, we're only at the 21-minute mark. I will just cut this part out if it ends up being too long, but I think we could honestly go another. Actually, we'll just keep this video a little short. So thank you guys so much for tuning in into this episode of Create or Replicate. I hope you guys enjoyed this pretty spicy Overwhelm list that Silverhawk was so kindly enough to let us not only showcase, but also just kind of snag off of him. And yeah, I think it's honestly a fun, very solid deck, especially because it has a good early game and then really transitions well into the late game. So I like this. It's a deck that you could probably do some solid climbing in this meta currently with. So if you guys are looking for a deck to make up some LP as we're reaching the end of this current season, this is one I would suggest. You can find a deck code to it in the description below of this video. Definitely the biggest of shouts outs to Silverhawk. You'll find all of his socials, his links, all that jazz to go support him. Highly recommend doing so, and it really I'd really appreciate it. So definitely go do that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, and expect more stuff coming, a lot more stuff coming, as I've been working on some stuff. So I can't wait to bring it to you guys. But for now, that's gonna be it for me. Peace out, YouTube.